This is such a beautiful party. I know, right? Chloe really outdid herself.
Now, please welcome the hostess of tonight, Miss Chloe.
The Sterling family has jumped to become the richest in California, and Chloe has naturally become the young madam of the wealthiest family. How enviable. What can you do? Chloe's just born lucky. When the families arranged the marriage back then, Chloe drew the white roses and married a Wall Street golden boy. Welcome, everyone, to my charity gala. Now let's raise our glasses together. Mia? What are you doing here as a waitress? Don't move. What are you doing? We are biological sisters. But you are the person I hate most in this life. Why do you get to marry into a top wealthy family, flying on private jets to shop every day, while I'm stuck marrying that bankrupt mechanic rotting in the mud of Brooklyn? Back when the marriage was arranged, wasn't that all your own choice? Two marriage contracts, same wedding day. Just because I picked the wrong color bouquet back then? I deserve to be trampled under your feet and be a puffer for life? Mia, marrying into the Sterling family isn't as glamorous as you think. You've been a rich wife your whole life, and from where I'm standing, it looked pretty damn glamorous. And now you're feeding me this garbage? You think I'd believe you? Go to hell! Even if we die together, I will never let you get away with this! Dying like this? Maybe it's a kind of release. I've had enough of this gilded cage. I just hope in the next life I can live a simple, ordinary one. Wasn't I drowned? I've been reborn? Back to 5 years ago, on the day I got married? Sis, I've changed my mind. How about we swap bouquets? Since God has given me another chance, then in this life, the one who marries into the Sterling family and enjoys being the queen of Beverly Hills can only be me. Mia is actually taking the initiative to swap bouquets. Looks like she has been reborn too. So in this life, I won't be the one trapped in that twisted family swamp. The motorcades from the Sterling family and the Vance family only recognize the bouquets. So, who gets to be the billionaire's wife? It's all up to fate. Mia, you have no idea. The Sterling family you dream of is the real hell that devours people without sitting out the bones. Private yachts, haute couture jewelry, supreme privilege, they'll all be mine. Chloe, this time you lose for sure. Our Mia is so beautiful. She looks just like a Hollywood star just standing there.
Unlike Chloe, even in a haute couture wedding gown, Chloe can't hide that cheap country bumpler air.
Mia's sweet-tongued and sharp. Once married, Mia will be the darling of high society. As for you, when you get to that bankrupt husband's house, mind your words and actions. Don't embarrass our Hughes family.
Dad, Chloe has always been the most sensible, the most arc one. Even if she have to go fix cars, I'm sure Chloe won't have a single complaint. Isn't that right, Chloe? He's the youngest billionaire in California, Liam!
So you are my bride, Mia? Like a hot little wildcat.
Great. Mia has married into the Wall Street elite, as Mia wished.
Thank God! My precious daughter is going to be a top socialite for the rest of her life!
Let's go. The private jet is waiting for us.
Wait, I can't bear to leave Chloe. I can't leave with peace of mind until Chloe's ride arrives.
All right, whatever you say, my darling.
Chloe, I will never miss the most humiliating moment of Chloe's life. In my last life, I was picked up first, so I didn't know what happened next. I only heard that Mia was extremely with that bankrupt fiancé and thrown a flit on the Daunt, demanding to break off the engagement.
He is Julian, my husband in this life. No wonder he shows up only when the lucky moment is almost over. Turns out he's riding two-wheeled junk that can't go any faster.
Just a Vance family eating portrant. Then how was how did hate me brains?
I heard they moved to the slums in Brooklyn. No wonder he reeks of engine oil. If the old man hadn't insisted on this damned engagement back in the day, he wouldn't even deserve to set foot on our estate's lawn.
It seems the Hughes family isn't too pleased with this marriage either. In that case, why don't we just call it off?
Just look at the Vance family. Must be dirt poor and drowning in debt. Being in-laws with them would be like sticking a leech to our skin, impossible to get rid of.
Exactly. Now that they're the ones proposing to cancel the engagement, we might as well go along with it.
Absolutely not. This is a family alliance. The entire Los Angeles high society knows about it. If we back out now, the media will tank our stock price.
Besides, the one marrying into that family is Chloe. Sacrificing her alone to buy our family a good name for honoring the contract, at least her life would be worth something. Sister, our family has always valued the spirit of contracts. I suggest you accept your fate. It's just a pity that those feet of yours, used to crystal slippers, will now have to ride on a drafty motorcycle.
I don't care. Still stubborn, even when you're this broke. You'll be crying soon enough.
Interesting. I'm only here to pick someone up according to the contract. As for whether you want to come with me, that's your decision. You don't need to worry about the breaking the inconsequences. I will announce to the world that I unilaterally threw up the contract. If we track down your family, nor you track you down.
This is a legally binding marriage contract. How can you just say you won't marry and be done with it? Calf and done with it!
I'm here to marry the Asnir. Shay, do you think you are a second the Yangza bouncing around here like clown?
You filthy mechanic!
Miss Chloe, what do you say?
I will marry you.
You've seen my situation. I don't even have a decent four-wheeled car. Are you really willing?
Since a contract was signed, there must be a reason for it. I would leave the Huchem to pick me drove, matter what kind of vehicle. The person who came to pick me up drove.
Your family not quite met the top financial magnates, but you still have a name and a face in Beverly Hills. Aren't you afraid of being laughed at by the entire socialite circle? A wealthy young lady degrading herself by marrying a poor nobody like me?
In my last life, the Sterling family treated me like a social butterfly and a baby-making machine, all in their pursuit of fame and fortune. Glittering on the surface, but a disgusting joke through and through under that shine.
Why should I care about what barons think of my own life? To some, the dollar might be God, but I don't care about that. All I want is a simple, steady, and peaceful life. Playing so noble? Aren't you just jealous of me?
Miss Chloe, you don't have to say such disingenuous things just to save face. Since Liam is marrying Mia, we're practically family. A hot beauty like you, if you marry this punk and end up washing dishes in the slums, wouldn't a waste of heaven's gift? How about this? Someday I'll introduce you to a few Wall Street bachelors at the yacht club. With your looks, it'd be easy for you to be their pretty little mistress and get some pocket money, wouldn't it?
Don't bother. I am willing to marry into the Vance family. For richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, I will never regret it.
Good. Get on. I'm taking you away.
Wait, what? See that filthy backseat and already regretting it so soon?
Everyone here just heard you. Even if you don't want to marry him now, you have to marry him!
Let's go.
Hold on tight.
Chloe has already married that pinner just as I wished, so why does watching her back still feel so infuriating?
At least she had some brains and didn't break off the engagement on the spot, saving our family's face.
Forget it. I got what I wanted anyway. The Vance family even mortgaged their mansion. Chloe married into that mess. There will come a day when she's on her knees crying and begging me.
Riding a crappy motorcycle and still trying to steal the spotlight in front of me. Aside from that face of his that can fool women, he's not even worthy to compare to a single toe of mine. Baby, once you marry me, just relax and be your top-tier rich wife. From now on, across the entire West Coast, people will only kneel and lick your boots. Father-in-law, mother-in-law, from today on, we're family. We'll have to look out for each other on Wall Street and in California from now on.
Of course, of course.
I heard that the mysterious financial magnate, the head of Vance Global Syndicate, who's been developing in Europe and the Middle East all this time, has moved the headquarters back to the US. The business world in California is about to experience a massive earthquake.
Ants Global Syndicate? The invisible empire that controls the lifelines of the entire globe. An entity of that magnitude, one stomp its foot, and the whole of Wall Street trembles.
That's right. Our Sterling family is currently using every connection we have, doing everything we can to get in touch with this mysterious Mr. Vance. If we can just get a little bit of investment that slips through his fingers, our family will dominate the entire nation.
Able to partner with a financial titan of this god's level? Then, honey, wouldn't you become the richest man in America?
I definitely made the right choice. In this life, I'm the one who wins.
Careful.
Thanks.
Let's go. We're home.
You live here?
Wrong. It's that one. I usually fix cars for the rich folks in Beverly Hills. The boss lets me stay in this abandoned garage. There's not even heating inside. If you're disappointed, there is still time to run.
I think this is just fine. And what we don't have, we can work hard together to earn. After all, the days ahead are long. Who's to say what the future holds?
In this money-worshipping Los Angeles, is Chloe really genuine, or is Chloe just putting on a show for me?
Come on, let's go check out our new home.
I'll observe for a while, true feelings or pretend. It'll become clear sooner or later.
I told my assistant to find a temporary place in a working-class neighborhood, and he really only found an empty shell. Even the sofa is broken. He can look forward to his bonus being docked. She's a sheltered heiress. She won't see right through this, will she? Do you think this place is a little...
I think it's wonderful. Though we don't have much right now, we can go to the flea market and furnish it little by little. We can put some wildflowers here. When the California morning sun shines in, just looking at it will lift your mood. Here, we can put a secondhand record player and listen to some vintage music. And here, a rocking chair, perfect for afternoon naps.
I thought all you Beverly Hills heiresses were delicate and couldn't handle hardship. I never expected you to adapt so quickly.
When I was little, I was treated as the family's unwanted child. I was sent to a farm in upstate New York and grew up with my grandfather. The conditions in the countryside were limited, but my grandfather and I found joy in it. That was the most beautiful and free time of my life. After my grandfather passed away, I was brought back to the Hughes family. Compared to my sister, who was raised at their side, I was more like an outsider they could trade for profit. But that's all in the past now. Starting today, it's a whole new life. With you.
Where's my precious daughter-in-law? Let me get a good look at you.
Mom, why are you dressed like that? Didn't we agree to hide our identity and pretend to be a bankrupt family?
This was the most low-line outfit I could think of. I even deliberately stepped on this haute couture fur coat on the floor twice.
This is my mom. Don't be fooled by how flashy these things look. They're all knockoffs from Chinatown.
The craftsmanship on these knockoffs is really good. They look even more real than the real thing. Sure enough, your mother sure has great taste.
Oh my, what a sweet talker. I like you. But why are you still calling me Auntie?
Mom.
This daughter-in-law has my approval. Boy, you'd better step it up. Mom's waiting to hold a grandchild to inherit that $100 billion family fortune.
Sister, there's a top-lease charity dinner at the Vance Hotel tomorrow, Legendary Economy. Be sure to attend.
I'm going to a charity gala? How come I didn't know?
What did you say?
Nothing. Judging by Mia's attitude toward you, this invitation is probably no good. Better not go.
If I skip this time, there'll be a next time. She won't give up until she gets what she wants.
Then how about I go with you?
It's fine, I can handle it myself. I can't let something like this take you away from your whir and work fixing cars.
This is a family heirloom ring. It's a matching pair with the one on my hand. It's not some big-name diamond ring, but it's very meaningful. I hope you don't think it's too shabby.
It's beautiful. This 7-star hotel is the first big move by Vance Global Conglomerate after returning to the US. All these Wall Street and Silicon Valley heavybards here today are all hoping to catch a glimpse of the mysterious Mr. Vance. But President Vance has always been extremely low-key and secretive. Getting to meet him, harder than reaching the heavens. Chloe, you actually have the nerve to show your face here? Sister, how could you go out dressed like this? This is the most top-clee val in Los Angeles, not a relief station outside your slum doorstep.
Miss Chloe, this $20 secondhand rag is really a waste of your fine figure. If you'd just taken my advice back then, you wouldn't have fallen to such a state. But even married, you're still a hottie. If you're willing, I know some Wall Street old-timers who are really into your type. They'd casually give you tens of thousands in pocket bundle every month.
Liam, save your disgusting act. Show some self-respect. What are you screaming about? Chloe, take a clear look at what status you have now and what status we have. Coming to a high society event like this, the only thing you're fit for is serving us drinks. You're the one who texted me to come. If there's nothing else, I'll be leaving now. Chloe's going to leave. Then how am I supposed to humiliate Chloe in front of all these big shots today? Sister, since you're already here, why leave in such a hurry? Oh, come on, you have to meet them. Come, let me introduce you. These are all my husband's partners from Wall Street and Silicon Valley, Mr. Smith from Goldman Sachs, Mr. Jones from Sequoia Capital, and tech tycoon Mr. Davis.
Charmed. Is Miss Mia introducing us to more business again?
Everyone here is either rich or noble. Making more connections never hurts. Sister, you just got married yesterday. I don't even know your husband's name yet. Which multinational conglomerate is he the CEO of? His name is Julian Vance.
Julian Vance? Isn't that the name of the supreme head of Vance Global Conglomerate? What?
I'll go change my clothes.
That's absolutely impossible! Your husband is a bankrupt loser who fixes motorcycles in a junkyard! How could he possibly be that $100 billion president?
A guy who shows up to his own wedding riding a broken-down motorcycle? The president of the Vance empire that controls Wall Street? Dream on.
I don't know anything about this president you're talking about. Julian is just an ordinary mechanic. A mechanic? So it's just some bottom-feeding trash with the same name. This is the most ridiculous name-dropping reach I've ever seen. If the real President Vance ever found out some repairman dared to share his name, he'd probably think it's the ultimate bad luck.
What is hotel security doing? Letting a mechanic's wife sneak into a high-level gala like this? Are you looking down on us investors? If President Vance actually shows up and hears this kind of insane nonsense, he'll be furious. And if that drags down our chances of getting funding, what then? An opportunity to meet President Vance in person doesn't come often. I will not allow anyone to cause trouble here. Security!
I don't even even need to lift a finger myself. These upper-class vultures won't let Chloe get away with it. After all, in this circle, having no money and no power, that's the original sin. Sorry for the disturbance.
You're not going anywhere.
Look at her. This is unacceptable. What a shame.
Miss Chloe, you act so high and mighty, but I never thought you'd come slumming it here as some high-class call girl. That dirty money you snuck in to earn today, it's to support that broke grease-munkle husband of his, isn't it?
Then why did a bottom-fleeing bitch like you sneak into a high-end gala? To deliberately sabotage the event and ruin everyone's billion-dollar deals with President Vance?
Sister, what are you doing sitting on the cold, hard marble floor? That's exactly where you belong.
Mia, using married the Wall Street Nouveau you wanted, tillage a dream you are of the chivalrous life, a wish and you just leave me alone. Because you have no idea how much I hate you. I hate that you don't have to do a single thing. Even dressed in rags, you effortlessly attract every man's gaze. I hate that at every event we attend together, no matter how meticulously I dress up, your innate elegance always overshadows me. And especially this. Right now, you've been trampled into the mud, married to a Deem Lee mechanic. Darn you heard I they'd a high and bolding look in your is.
In this life, you've already lost completely to me. Now, all I want is to see you kneeling on the ground like a dog, groveling and begging for mercy. Dollars aren't everything, Mia. You're thinking too simply. Besides, the family Liam belongs to. The Sterling family ranks among the top 3 in all of California. Countless women dream of climbing into Liam's bed. After we meet President Vance today and secure ties with the conglomerate, our family will leapfrog to become the richest in the entire nation. What the hell are you?
What's all this commotion? What happened here?
Mr. Kensington, this low-class woman snuck into the banquet trying to sabotage everyone's cooperation with President Vance. You absolutely cannot let her off. Call the police and have her arrested immediately.
Vance Grand Hotel. I'm buying it.
That ring is the one and only globally limited token of the Vance family. It's identical to the one on the president's hand. Could she...
Young madam!
Mr. Kensington, you must be going senile. Her husband is just a mechanic fixing motorcycles in a scrapyard. She admitted herself just now. How could she possibly be some young Mattis? You've mistaken me for someone else. I'm not some young madam.
Did I only catch a fleeting glimpse just now? Could I really have been mistaken? Then looking at this cheap second-hand dress, if she were truly the young lamb, the Vance family,
How could she possibly wear something worth only a few dozen bucks? These young people nowadays, even forging Choback family token just to pretend to be rich.
I must have been mistaken.
Yes, I'll have the helipad prepared immediately to receive President Vance.
those special hidden patterns on the ring can't be faked. I shouldn't be wrong about this. No, once I see the president himself later, I have to confirm. What if she really is the young madam? My life wouldn't be enough to pay for this mistake.
How did you sneak in here? And dressed in these shabby rags? Aren't you ashamed, dragging the Hughes family name through the mud like this?
Since you've married a mechanic, just stay put in the slums and wash dishes. There's no need for you to attend high-end galas like this ever again. Look in the mirror. Do you still deserve to be here?
You wouldn't be deliberately lying in wait to ambush us here, would you? I'll make this perfectly clear right now. A married-off daughter is like spilled water. Even if you starve to death out on the streets, don't even dream of getting a single cent from my trust fund.
Right. Not a single cent. Both are daughters of the Hughes family, yet Mia knows to bring us pride by marrying into a Wall Street nouveau riche family. And you? You're nothing but a useless waste who only ruins everything.
Don't think that just because you were born with a Hughes last name in this life, you can ever stand on equal footing with us.
Ungrateful wretch. You don't measure up to my Mia in a single aspect. Not one.
When Mia marries into the Sterling family, it's bringing glory to the family name. When I do it, I'm disgracing the family. It turns out, it wasn't that I made the wrong choice back then. It looks cold that I completely misjudged these blood-sucking parasites.
Mr. Vance, I saw a lady in the banquet hall wearing a ring of the same design as yours. I wonder if it's...
What happened to her?
She seemed to have had some conflict with members of the Sterling family, and she even fell down.
My emotionless, money-making machine of a son has finally let his heart be moved. Looks like the day I get to hold my grandchild isn't far off.
I know. No matter what I do, you'll never be satisfied.
You're just born low and cheap, and now you blame us? Ungrateful, white-eyed traitor!
I'm leaving now. I won't stay here to be an eyesock to you. Hold it right there. Let go! My ring! Where's my ring? Found it.
This can't be the wedding ring that broke mechanic gave you, is it? Not even a tiny diamond? Truly pathetic.
Give it back!
My husband gave me she is my 5-carat pink diamond. Jiffenjord is exacaphonely with even worth mentioning beside a sliver of my diamond's jabbed.
Once upon a time, a Beverly Hills heiress fallen to this state. It's hard not to feel a pound of sympathy. Now, I do happen to know a way to make some quick cash. Would Miss Chloe take to hear me out? I've got plenty of friends on Wall Street. When they throw parties on their private yachts on the weekends, I can bring you along. Just gotta wear a bikini, chat up some of those old geezers, have a few drinks. For every merger deal closed on the spot, I'll tip you $100 grand in cash.
Miss Chloe, if you won't drink, are you looking down on the venture capital fund in my hands?
Mr. Smith, what are you saying? For my fiancé to have the honor of sharing a drink with you, it's a privilege for the Hughes family.
No matter how many lives I'm reborn into, scum will always be scum.
Get lost. Don't even think about it. You disgust me.
Ungrateful slut.
Give it back, now. What's so precious about this worthless scrap metal ring?
Don't tell me this is the most valuable thing you own in that junkyard garage of yours.
Whether it's valuable or not, I like it. Give it to me. Since you love it so much, go fetch it yourself!
Thank goodness it's not lost.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
It means too much to you. I had to protect it.
How can you be so foolish? A lowly mechanic, dressed up in that suit, looking all respectable. Renting this outfit from someplace in Beverly cost you a year's salary, didn't it? What I wear isn't for you to judge, because you don't even have the qualifications to judge Julian.
You're nothing but a bottom-feeding piece of trash fixing scrap metal! How dare you act so arrogant in front of Julian!
Let go of my husband right now! He's the heir to the Sterling family. If you dare hurt a single hair on his head, the Wall Street tyke will break both your legs and make sure you can't survive in LA.
If I didn't have a rule against hitting women, do you really think you'd have gotten away with pushing Chloe just now?
He's just a mechanic. How can he have such a terrifying, commanding aura? Julian, the Sterling family has huge influence in California. I'm afraid they'll really use corrupt cops to hurt you. Let's just leave it.
Let them try. Forget it. I can't scare Chloe here.
Unfilial rest. This is the wonderful husband you've chosen? Daring to lay hands on young Master Liam here? Are you trying to get our whole family killed?
Mr. Richard, the one who pushed first was Mia. The one who provoked and attacked was Liam. Instead of protecting your own daughter, you blame Chloe?
What gives gutter trash like you the right to even speak here? What's your status compared to young Master Liam's? Should we side with a grease-stained pompon like you instead of the new Wall Street elite?
Since you refuse to treat Chloe as a human being, then I'll protect what's mine myself. Get in here!
What is this? Isn't Julian just some bicycle repairman? How can Julian summon so many people?
Could it be that sharing the same name wasn't a coincidence? And Julian really is President Vance himself.
Father-in-law, have you lost your mind? Julian's just a mechanic. Isn't it perfectly normal for Julian to know a few thug wannabes hustling as security guards on Hollywood Boulevard? These guys were definitely hired to put on a show, $50 a day each.
So it's all just a bluff. Chloe looks like Chloe's husband isn't just broke. He's pretty good at playing pretend gangster, too.
Truly a pack of idiots. The most idiotic kind.
Withdraw the extras you hired before Liam gets angry, causing trouble at the Vance Grand Hotel. If this situation escalates, do Chloe and Julian have any idea how much it'll cost Chloe and Julian?
Julian, maybe we should just go. Don't go looking for more trouble.
Don't be afraid. Chloe and Julian didn't do anything wrong. I refuse to believe the Sterling family rules all of California.
How can Julian and Chloe be so naive? In Los Angeles, the law is nothing compared to money and power. Oh, I forgot. A bottom-feeding pumfert like Julian, digging through trash cans in the slums, of course Julian wouldn't know the power of capital.
I could casually pop open a bottle of Lafon that's worth more than you'd make in 10 years fixing cars. This suit I'm wearing costs more than you'd earn scrubbing floors into your next life. What makes you think you're qualified to challenge us?
Good son-in-law, just call hotel security and have Julian and Chloe thrown out. Don't let them keep being an eyesore.
Liam, didn't you say you know the vice president of this hotel? Tell the VP Beatrice to bring the internal security and toss this bunch out. If the real President Vance arrives soon and sees this filthy mechanic Julian, we'll be dragged down with Julian.
Already sent the message. Beatrice will be here any second. Something you two hillbillies probably don't know. The vice president of Vance Grand Hotel is my own aunt. Today, even if God himself stood here, I'd make sure Chloe and Julian don't get away with this.
Who's got the nerve to bully Liam on my turf? It's you. That face. Why do you look a little like the man from the finance magazine?
Auntie, you've got the wrong guy. He's just a broke bottom feeder with the same name, fixing motorcycles in a junkyard.
You scared me for a second. I knew President Vance would never dress like that. You've got a decent face. Too bad you're just broke trash from the gutter. Why are there so many people standing around? Are we shooting a Hollywood mob movie?
Auntie, these are cheap rent-a-cops that filthy mechanic hired from God knows where. He brought them here to crash the party.
Then tell them to get the hell out. Do you really think my 7-star hotel is some slum where I can't touch low-lied mud like you?
Julian, tell them to leave first. Violence won't solve anything. And this started because of me. I can't drag you into danger.
Even now, she's still worried about me.
Please? See? All bark, no bite. A sewer toad can jump all at once, but it's still all bark and no bite.
Auntie, they made a huge scene. You can't just let them off.
Don't worry. On my turf, if they don't bleed a little, what kind of vice president would I be?
Last I checked, Kensington is this hotel's chief executive. I don't remember hearing about some vice president. And an idiot like you who can't even tell real from fake is actually qualified for that seat?
You filthy mechanic, how dare you! You dare call me stupid? Mr. Kensington's name isn't something a peasant like you gets to say.
So she's just a nobody using someone else's power. Auntie, calm down. The punk only has that mouth left.
My nephew says you usually scrape by like a stray dog. Fine. Get on your knees, crawl around this hall 3 times, bark like a dog, and eat that plate of trash. Then maybe I'll be merciful and let you leave.
Mr. Kensington, security just pulled this enlarged surveillance fixture. Please take a look.
Put it there. Why are you panicking?
Sir, you have to see this. We really saw Madam in the banquet hall. The hidden pattern on her black titanium ring matched the security system. It's the only supreme access token in the entire Vance Global Syndicate.
President is here too?
Not only is he here, but Madam seems to be in a serious conflict with the Sterling family. Before I came up, surveillance showed Vice President Beatrice taking people over there too.
That stupid pig Beatrice went too? That brainless woman is going to get us all killed!
If a vice president can throw her weight around like this, then Vance Group needs a full purge of this hotel's executive appointments.
How dare you! Who the hell are you to judge a trillion-dollar conglomerate's decisions? If you want to die, don't drag the Hughes family down with you.
Chloe married a filthy mechanic like you. That's the cheap fate you slum rats deserve. From now on, our families have nothing to do with each other. Don't drag us into your shit.
Even blood means nothing to them. Once you're no longer useful, you're worth less than garbage.
You sewer rat. You really think you're God? If you walk out of here in one piece today, I'll jump off this building myself. Security! Go, now! They'll kill you! This has nothing to do with you! I dragged you into this!
How could I ever abandon my own wife?
Beat these two broke troublemakers half to death, then throw them out.
Chloe!
Why would you be so stupid?
It's nothing. It doesn't hurt.
Get the hell away!
Stop them! Don't let them leave!
What do you think you're doing?
Unless you kneel and apologize, neither of you is leaving today.
You think you're worthy?
Chloe, if you'd known your cheap place from the start and obediently stripped down for those Wall Street old men, this wouldn't be so ugly.
You ran your mouth too hard earlier. Now you want to leave? Not that easy.
You leeched off our family for 20 years, and the second you're married off, you start causing trouble everywhere.
The Hughes family must be cursed to have ended up with a jinx like you.
I know you never loved me, only money. But what did I do wrong that made you trample my dignity again and again?
Is this the life she's been living? How much hell has she suffered in that family all these years? Don't cry. I'll get back every bit of justice they owe you.
Justice? Who do you think you are, Superman? Anyone in this room could crush you like an ant. What makes you think a busted car mechanic can get justice for her?
Because this 7-star hotel belongs to Vance. Julian, just because you share President Vance's name doesn't mean you're the Wolf of Wheat Street.
Broke and still pretending to be the richest man alive? Aren't you embarrassed? A bottom-line laborist trying to pass himself as the world's richest man? You're a broke psycho. Even if he doesn't have your status, he earns clean money with his own hands. What gives you the right to look down on him?
Don't compare a low-born piece of trash like him to President Vance. That's an insult to that great man.
He is not trash. He's 1,000 times better than a useless parasite like you who lives by sucking other people's blood. Character's more than family background. A pimp like you who treats women as bargaining chips is rotten inside no matter how expensive your suit is. You make me sick.
Bitch, you talk to me like that? You got a death wish?
Julian, are you okay? Does it hurt?
I'm fine. As long as I'm here, no one can hurt you.
Meeting Julian made escaping that cage and living this life again worth it.
That fat bastard. How dare she ignore my calls?
Fuck, why isn't this elevator here yet? No
time! That's the president with supreme authority! My heart is about to explode!
50 floors it is. For my life, I'll run if I have to.
You're all insane. I'm calling 911. What are you doing?
Back off!
What are you yelling about, you low-life thug? If she calls the cops and this blows up, our two families' Wall Street reputations get ruined. If our stocks crash tomorrow, can you pay for that?
Chloe, take your cheap husband, kneel to Mr. Liam, and apologize. Then this ends.
You're the ones who were wrong. You're the ones who hit people. And now you want us to apologize? Don't you hear how insane that sounds?
You still dare touch her? Do I look dead to you?
You dare hit my father? Who the hell do you think you are? Liam! Teach him a lesson! Julian!
Weren't you acting tough? Now you're kneeling in front of me like a dead dog. Today I'll make you see in blood the gap between our classes.
Stop!
Are you all right?
Mr. Kensington, why are you being so polite to some trash mechanic?
Mechanic? Are all of you blind? This is the supreme authority behind Vance Grand Hotel, the man who controls the lifelines of the global economies, the supreme head of Vance Group, President Julian.
President Vance, personal chief of security.
The president doesn't want to reveal himself in this trashy situation. Got it?
Ah, yes. Mr. Julian is President Vance's most trusted chief security executive.
You scared me. So even if he's the president's bodyguard, he's still just a fancier guard dog.
Shut up! Shut your damn mouth, you idiot!
My wife was invited to this banquet, yet these people humiliated her for no reason and even attacked her. Mr. Kingston, as general manager of this hotel, shouldn't you give me an explanation?
Oh, of course.
You're nothing but Vance's dog, and Mr. Kensington is the president's partner. Who are you? A servant to demand an explanation from him?
Security, throw them out!
Hurry up and throw these two broke losers out.
Useless fools! I mean, throw these troublemaking pieces of garbage out! Now! Why, Mr. Kensington, have you lost your mind? Why us?
Who the hell are you that I owe you an explanation? Take them away. Throw them outside.
Let me go! I'm the vice president here! I'll fire you all!
Vice president?
What vice president? She's just an idiot who got in through connections. She'll be fired tomorrow. Say one more word, and I guarantee you won't find a job anywhere in California. You can't do this!
Let me go! This is outrageous! You'll regret this!
This isn't over!
Come on, let's go home. How's your back? It was hit pretty hard. Do you need an x-ray at a private hospital in Beverly Hills?
I'm fine. What about you? You caught that baton barehanded. Does your arm still hurt?
I can't even feel it anymore.
I'm sorry. This is all because of me. You suffered so much and even made enemies with that kind of capital power.
I'm the one who should apologize. I failed to protect you.
Julian, are you hiding something from me?
No.
Then why was Mr. Kensington so respectful to you? He even looked terrified of you, like Julian were the real President Vance.
Because I'm President Vance's chief security officer. Since he returned to the US, I've been protecting him personally and handling a lot of dangerous work in the shadows. When they see me, they think of the president's iron method, so naturally they're afraid.
So that's it. Being a bodyguard must be dangerous.
Chloe, if you hadn't married a poor bodyguard like me and had married the real President Vance, instead becoming the wife of America's richest man, would you have been happier?
Never.
Why? So many women dream of marrying into a top conglomerate.
Because to those rich people, capital, power, and profit come before everything. They have no hearts, and they don't understand love. In that man-eating world, women are just tools for marriage alliance and machines for heirs.
Not everyone is like that. President Vance, maybe he isn't.
But the people I met were like that. My parents, Liam, they're all disgusting.
What the hell did she suffer in the Hughes family to make her so terrified of rich people?
If I had known from the start that the marriage was to that billionaire president, I would rather die than agree. I don't want to gamble my life on a bet I'm doomed to lose. Right now, I just want to spend with you simple life. Even tree bread would make me happy. The pain of being tortured to death in a wealthy family in my last life. I will never live through that again.
How are things going with Chloe? I'm telling you, Margaret really likes this daughter-in-law.
She's wonderful.
Then when is Julian going to tell Chloe our family has hundreds of billions in assets? Margaret doesn't want to keep pretending we're bankrupt and wearing fake leopard print fur from Chinatown. It's scratching Margaret's skin raw.
I feel like Chloe has walls around her heart from what her birth family did to her. She's terrified of top-tier wealth. Before I help her truly heal, Mom, you may have to suffer a little longer.
Fine, fine. But remember, a secret like this is a ticking time bomb. The sooner you tell her, the better. It is still a lie. If she finds out on her own one day, it will hurt her badly.
I know.
Honey, what's wrong? Still thinking about what happened at the banquet?
That Julian, don't you think something's off? He caught a baton bare-handed, and even Kensington bowed to him. Same surname, can that really be a coincidence?
You're not still suspecting he's that mysterious President Vance, are you? Even Kensington admitted he's just a high-level guard dog working for the president.
True. A $1 trillion president would never wear clothes with no logo or ride a busted motorcycle. They just got lucky today, borrowing their master's power to scare people. Next time I see them, I'll make them pay tenfold.
Don't worry. I won't let that bitch Chloe have a single peaceful day. Julian, I want to find a job.
No need. I'll support Chloe. My salary is enough for us.
I have hands and feet. I can earn my own money. And I don't want you working so hard fixing cars every day, then risking Julian's life as a bodyguard for those dangerous capitalists. But the Hughes and Sterling families have a lot of power in California. They'll definitely blacklist us in the business world. Every resume I've sent these days has been rejected. Finding work will be hard.
They can't touch Vance Group's businesses. If you want to work, you can work at President Vance's private estate in Malibu.
There?
Yes. A few days ago, I heard the president's butler say the estate is hiring a senior assistant.
But that's the home of a top conglomerate. I'm afraid...
Relax. The president flies around the world all year and rarely comes back to the estate. You won't even see him, and the security level there is the highest. No one would dare cause trouble. That way I can take better care of you too.
Okay. I'll listen to you.
As long as I place her on my own turf, I'll have countless chances to tell her everything in the safest way.
Welcome home, sir and madam.
What is going on? Why are they calling us sir and madam?
This is the estate's security protocol rehearsal. Whenever President Vance returns with his wife, everyone lines up like this to welcome them. The butler asked me to stand in for the rehearsal.
Are rich people's rules always this dramatic and insane?
A little.
Damn it. Why does it feel like her impression of billionaire life just got worse? I need to fix this fast.
Miss Chloe, please have some fruit. You don't have to call me miss. Just call me Chloe. Can employees like us just eat these expensive things? Of course. President Vance is very, very generous. These benefits are specially prepared for staff. Eat whatever you like. You must be tired. Please have some tea and rest. That's not appropriate, is it? If a supervisor sees this, we'll be fired. It's fine, it's fine. President Vance cares deeply about his staff. He requires us to balance work and rest. Please eat this place like your own home. Don't be shy. I followed Julian back to Los Angeles. That arrogant man can forget about getting rid of me. That Chanel couture and limited edition Hermes bag, she's definitely a top heiress. The Julian he mentioned, could it be that mechanic? Impossible. Same name, maybe. But what if... Julian, I told you, no matter where you hide, I, Scarlet, will have you. What do you want? Which film set did you crawl out of as an extra? My name is Mia. I'm the young Mrs. Sterling. The Julian you just mentioned, is he the one who recently came back to Los Angeles? Are you worthy of asking? What does it have to do with you? I have some connections in LA's upper circle. He's made quite a bit of trouble lately. Maybe I can help you get him. No one offers help for free. What do you really want? If I want a man, do I need help from some low-tier social climber? Stay away from me. What are you so smug about? If I didn't need a dumb dog like you to test Julian's real identity, you think I'd smile for you? Just wait. Once you start tearing each other apart, you'll be on your knees begging me. So this is Vance Group's private territory. Julian, you can't hide from me.
Ma'am, this is private property. No entry without an appointment.
Open your damn eyes! I'm the eldest daughter of Silicon Valley's Davis family. I'm your president's future fiancé. Move! You're that little homewrecker? I'm Chloe. And you are? Look at that shameless face. No wonder she got into this estate. I'm the future lady of the Vance family, your president's future wife. The president has a fiancé? Why has Julian never mentioned that? What kind of cheap work are you doing? Can you afford it if you damage an antique? Unqualified. You're fired. Get out. The Vance Group butler hired me. Only the president or the butler can fire me. Only the butler fire me wouldn't find. You don't have the authority to make me leave. You lowly servant! How dare you talk back? Once Julian marries me, you'll still be kicked out like a stray dog. Julian, I don't like this maid. She actually talked back to me. Can you throw her out of the estate for me, please?
What the hell are you doing here?
I heard you were back in Los Angeles, so I rushed back on my private jet. Julian, I've been looking for you forever.
Scarlet, I've never liked you. Aside from family business, there is no possibility between us. Now please leave the estate immediately.
But... That damn cleaning maid. She actually dared steal the man I want. I will never let her get away with this.
Did she give you trouble?
She said she's President Vance's fiancé.
Her name is Scarlett Davis. The Davis family and Vanskeep are just ordinary Siju a Hort. The president has absolutely nothing to do with her, nothing at all.
Why are you so nervous? We're talking about your president, not you. And why did she ask you to kick me out? Aren't you just senior security? Why did she call you Julian like that?
It's because the president trusts me deeply. Naturally, I have authority over who stays or leaves the estate. As for that nickname, those socialites want to curry favor with the president, so they try to get close to me too and call me whatever they want.
So that's it.
I finally covered it up. This lie is snowballing. I need to be even more careful from now on. President, don't you find it troublesome to sneaking back to your own home and change into cheap clothes every time? No choice. If we're doing this act, we do it all the way. Chloe absolutely cannot be shocked right now. Isn't that the old chairman? Looks like the handover for the $1 trillion European acquisition is done. My dad? Fuck. I'm exposed. Chloe looked up my family before the wedding. She'll recognize my dad's photo. But I haven't had time to tell him we're pretending to be bankrupt. If they run into each other, this whole thing blows up on the spite.
Sir, welcome back. Bring me a cup of the special Sion black tea and a copy of the Wall Street Journal. Yes, sir.
Are you?
You must be Chloe, right? That brat Julian's new wife? You're even prettier than in the photos.
So you're Julian's father. You look much more energetic than in the profile photo.
No need to be so polite. Since you married into the Vance family, you're family now. Just call me Dad like that brat does.
Dad.
That's my girl. Put the tea here. And tell the Michelin chef to prepare some bird's nest and seafood. Chloe is too thin. She needs to eat more. Yes, I'll handle it immediately. Chloe, why are you standing there? Come sit.
Dad, is it okay for you to order the president's butler and private chef around like this? If the president finds out...
What? I'm in my own home ordering people I pay. What's the problem?
What did you say? This is your home?
Dad! Dad, even if the president isn't at the estate tonight, you can't be this unruly. If the estate's head of security catches you, the president might really fire you as his private driver. Chloe, here's the thing. My dad is the president's personal driver. He's been driving for the group for 30 years. The president values loyalty and lets him live here, so he's used to being casual. Please don't misunderstand. I have some work matters to discuss with my dad privately. We'll go first.
So what you're telling me is, you're President Vance's senior guard. Your mother's a cooker. I'm a driver. And my actual daughter-in-law, Faswenula young Madtad, has been tricked by me to work as a mipe in this machine? Then how exactly do you plan to explain who we really are?
I told Chloe the Vance family flies around the world all year and rarely returns to the estate.
You are... How did I raise such an idiot?
Dad, I want to tell her the truth. But Chloe was tortured by capital in her old family. She has serious trauma and prejudice of rich people. If I tell her now, I'm afraid she'll think I've been lying to her from the beginning and collapse, then leave me.
The truth always comes out. The longer you drag it out, the bigger the explosion. Think carefully.
When Chloe refuses to forgive you, don't expect your father to beg for you.
I understand. I'll find the right chance and tell her everything.
You, the one sweeping, go get me some French pastries and coffee. Miss Scarlett, this is the Vance estate, not your private club. I'll marry Julian sooner or later. What's the difference between becoming lady of this estate today or tomorrow? But I heard the president and you don't have that kind of relationship. The Davis family and Vance Group have worked together for over a decade. In family, status, and wealth, I'm the only woman in America worthy to Julia. If he doesn't marry me, is he supposed to marry some poor cleaning girl like you? Miss Scarlett, please don't misunderstand. President Vance and I are only in an employer-employee relationship. I haven't even seen his face. Do you think I'm stupid? I've seen exactly how Julian treats you. I came today to warn you. If you're smart, leave Los Angeles on your own. If I have to do it myself, I promise you won't survive anywhere on this planet. I earned this job with my own hands. I won't leave. You bitch! What the hell are you doing? You can't even hold a coffee cup. You almost stained my couture dress. You clearly did that on purpose. Still talking back?
Remember this. In our circle, you're nothing but a lowly servant. Don't ever dream of climbing up and becoming someone you're not. Where do you think you're going? Can't you see the glass everywhere? Kneel down and clean it up right now. If it cuts my foot, selling you wouldn't cover the damage.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see your rough little hand.
You did that on purpose.
So what? This is what happens when you covet a man who isn't yours. Miss Scarlett, I have no improper thoughts about your president. I've worked here this long, and I haven't even seen his back. Lying bitch. Last time I was here, Julian protected you with his life. You dare say you're not hooking up? We're husband and wife. What's wrong with him protecting me?
Looks like today's lesson wasn't enough.
Trash like you only learns when there's blood. No! Let me go!
Do you have a death wish?
Julian.
You've got the wrong person.
Huh? Julia, you...
I'm taking you to the hospital.
And she says she has no other intentions? She dares seduce the man I want right in front of me. Chloe, you low-born bitch, I am not done with you.
Does it still hurt?
What happened just now? Why did Miss Scarlett call you Julian like that?
She mistook me for someone else. President Vance and I happen to share the same name, and as his chief security coffer, I look a bit like him from behind. Those socialites try to get close to the president through me, so they throw around whatever names they think will flatter me. And I guess they's Harry up here.
I see. Come to think of it, I've worked at the estate for so long and still haven't seen this legendary president.
You will. I'm sorry. If I hadn't arranged for you to work at the estate, you wouldn't have suffered this.
This isn't your fault. Miss Scarlett misunderstood me and the president. She really isn't the president's fiancé?
I swear to God, The president has absolutely nothing to do with that arrogant woman. He would never marry her. The lady of Vance Group, in this life, will only be one person, and that is...
Damn it. I almost slipped.
You're not the president. Why are you swearing for him?
Chloe, why do you hate people from that class so much? If one day I became insanely rich too, would you hate me and leave me?
Human desire has no end. In that circle, once someone has hundreds of billions, capital only twists them further. They'll do anything for profit. I don't want to deal with cold-blooded machines like that again, and I don't want you to become one.
You can't judge everyone the same way. Maybe you suffered terrible things in the Hughes family, but if you're willing to look forward, you'll see that some wealthy people aren't as cold-hearted as you think. To you, money makes people greedy. To me, wealth can build the strongest fortress for the I love so no one can ever bully her again. Wealth itself isn't wrong. The ones at fault, the people swallowed by greed.
Is that really true?
Chloe, what kind of person do you think I am?
You're a good man. A man who takes responsibility. And with me, you're thoughtful in every little way.
Yes, that's who I am. Whether I'm wearing an old jacket or a haute couture suit, this heart that loves you will never change.
I believe you.
I may not be perfect. I may have lied to you for reasons I thought I had, but I want you to know, riding that motorcycle and taking you away from hell that day was the best decision I've ever made.
That shameless bitch, Chloe. Just wait. Julian can only be mine. Don't even dream about it. Did she just say Chloe? Miss Scarlett, we meet again. You? That nouveau riche nobody? I think I heard you mention Chloe just now. What, do you know that bitch? She's my biological older sister.
Miss Scarlett, please don't misunderstand. She's my sister in name, but I hate her. I wish she'd disappear from Los Angeles right now.
She grew up on some broken farm in New York State. She doesn't belong in high society. She can't even use a knife and fork. She has no grace at all. So she's a pig-feeding hick. No wonder she reeks of poverty. Disgusting. Exactly. She's been jealous of my life since we were kids. Anything I like, whether it's luxury goods or men, she finds a way to seduce and steal. So she's a shameless repeat offender. I was right. She's plotting to use that face to deduce my Julian. Chloe only got married a few days ago, and she's already acting like a slut outside. She's a disgrace to our family. She's married? What's her husband's name? Some old Wall Street creep or some loser from another circle? Her husband happens to be named Julian. What? Please don't misunderstand. Her husband is just a low-level guard who happens to share President Vane's name. The real president controls a trillion-dollar empire. Her husband watches parking lots for a living. A rotten pot with a cracked lid. Sewer rats belong with guard dogs. Miss Scarlett, since we have a common enemy, maybe we can work together. How? I know how to destroy Chloe's reputation completely, but I've been blacklisted by Vance Grand Hotel and can't get close to her. As a Silicon Valley heiress, you're perfect for entering the estate. And what do you want from me? Once you marry President Vance and become the true lady of the estate, all you need to do is lift a finger and give the Sterling and Hughes family some Silicon Valley resources. Deal.
Son, when exactly are you going to tell Chloe the truth? I scrubbed 3 toilets today. I even had to pretend I couldn't tell a bottle of Romanée Conté worth tens of thousands from cheap supermarket wine. This act is torture.
Exactly. I, the godfather of Wall Street, make billion-dollar decisions in cloud boardrooms by day, then come back at night, put on this ridiculous vest, and pretend to wipe down junk cars I normally wouldn't even glance at. My old bones are falling apart.
I'm looking for a chance, but I still haven't found the safest opening.
I told you, you should never have made up such an absurd lie in the first place. Now you're stuck. If Chloe finds out, let's see how you clean this up.
Stop making sarcastic comments. Help our son think of a solution. If such a wonderful receiver really runly mins, nar you me to find me another.
Chloe, you're off work.
Oh, Chloe, you must be exhausted. Come sit and rest.
Dad, Mom, the estate butler treats us well.
but we're still low-level employees on a small wage. Being this relaxed here really isn't inappropriate. If a supervisor sees us, our pay could be docked.
Chloe, actually, there's something very important I need to tell you.
Then you two have a proper talk. We old bones won't disturb you. We'll get some air outside.
What do you want to tell me?
Actually, that old repair shop we lived in before was set up temporarily. I didn't originally live there.
I know.
You know?
Didn't you say so? The estate supervisor felt sorry for you and specially left that abandoned warehouse for you. I know you came from the country to make it in LA and don't own a home here, but don't worry. We'll work hard and save money together. Someday we'll have a little home of our own.
Actually, I do own a house in Los Angeles.
Really? Where?
Here.
Here, what do you mean? You can afford a Beverly Hills estate?
Here, 20 kilometers east, in an old tiny apartment in a Brooklyn slum. I have a mortgage there. 80 square meters. My parents lived there before.
Is this the surprise you wanted to tell me?
I guess so.
Damn it, I still couldn't say it. I'm terrified that if I tell her I own this estate, she'll think I've been playing with her and leave.
I'm so happy. But since Dad and Mom live in that apartment, we can't bother them. We must work even harder and save for a down payment in the suburbs.
Okay.
Then let's go back to our little warehouse home tonight. Those rich people's mansions may be gilded cages, but they'll never feel as warm as our little home.
Who talks about their own home like that?
Come on, let's go home.
Just a little longer. Once I clear every obstacle and give her enough security, I'll give her the best answer in the world.
Ouch! That stale bread from last night wrecked my stomach. I need the restroom.
Mom, go ahead, I'll clean here. Chloe, stop pretending. I know everything. You're a married woman, and you still dare seduce our president in the estate. Do you have any shame?
Miss Scarlett, I've told you many times. I've never even met your president.
Still lying? Last time, right in front of me, you were hugging that man. Do you think I'm blind? Last time, it was clearly Julian who rushed in to help me. Why is she dragging the mysterious president into this? Did she mistake senior security for the president?
Your shameless sister Mia told me everything. You married some low-level guard, you're bitter and unbalanced, and now that you get to work in this top estate, you're dreaming of seducing the billionaire president. I did not. My husband and I love each other very much. He may just be an ordinary security guard, but he loves me and respects me. In my heart, even that high-and-money President Vance can't compare to him. What a clueless idiot. Vance Group's assets rank top 3 in the world, and in the Americas, President Vance practically covers the sky with one hand. Your useless husband could work 10 lifetimes and still not afford one sip of President Vance water. Saying Julian and President Vance are no different? You're insane. I don't care what you think, and I don't care how much money President Vance has. All I can tell you is this. I have nothing to do with your money-soaked president. A lowly maid and Chloe's guard dog husband, Julia, are a perfect cheap little pair. From now on, stay far away from the estate and the president. Don't let that slum stench of yours dirty President Vance's eyes. What exactly do you want? Simple. Take this severance money, pack your trash, and get out of the estate. Get out of Los Angeles. If I took your money and left, that would make me look guilty. I earn my money cleanly. I won't leave.
Stop right there, bitch!
Why is the kitchen so noisy? What's going on?
And what garbage hill did you crawl out of, old thing?
Isn't that the spoiled Davis girl from Silicon Valley? Did she chase my son all the way into the kitchen? Wait, she's seen me before.
If she recognizes me, how do I explain this to Chloe?
Why are you wearing that cheap mask like some freak? Who the hell are you?
I'm Chloe's mother-in-law.
So it's a whole family of broke losers. No wonder you bottom-feeling pigs stink. I can smell that shelter trash stencher from 30 feet away. Disgusting.
You ill-mannered brat. Is this how the Davis family teaches manners?
You old rat with one foot in the grave. Getting to speak to a top socialite like me is already your ancestors' blessing.
Since you're Chloe's mother-in-law, you know all the filthy things Chloe's done, don't you?
What things?
She dreams of climbing the social ladder, seducing the president in this estate, clinging and pawing at the president. Your useless son is probably being cheated on right under his nose.
Isn't this all caused by that bastard Julian? If he had revealed his identity earlier, would this shriek be barking here like a dog?
You're not surprised at all. If you can tolerate a daughter-in-law doing something that cheap, I bet when you were young, you were an old slut who flirted around and sold herself too.
What did you just say?
Miss Scarlet! You can insult me, but how can you curse an elder with such vicious words? Apologize to my mom right now! You want a Silicon Valley Harris to apologize to low-level trash like Margaret? Is Margaret worthy?
Little girl, my status really isn't worthy of making you kneel.
Why are you taking off your mask? Who knows what disgusting disease a slum hag like you is carrying? Put it back on. Don't pollute my air. This girl's mouth is filthy. Vance Gloop has deep collaboration with Davis family.
Maybe this is the perfect chance to see how rotten they are at the root. Tomorrow, we'll cut every funding line they have.
In this world, only my bloodline and status are worthy of President Vance. Sooner or later, I will be the rightful lady of this estate.
My real daughter-in-law is standing right here. The president wouldn't even spare you a second glance. Who do you think you are?
If your broke family has any sense, pack your crap and get out of Los Angeles. If you keep standing in my way, I can send your whole family to prison with one finger.
We're not leaving. I'll say it right here. As long as this old woman is alive, you will never set foot through the Vance family's door.
You really think your guard dog son can stop me? You're a mantis trying to stop a truck.
You nasty little wretch. Was your mouth raised in a sewer?
What is all this noise in the kitchen?
Darling, why are you wearing a mask too?
I was cleaning exhaust fumes in the garage and started coughing. I don't want to pass anything to Chloe.
Darsman's buddy Verstation Estever Zance.
Sir, Miss Scarlett Davis broke into the estate kitchen again. She's causing trouble and screaming insults at Madam, the old chairman, and the old Madam.
President! The 200 billion euro cross-border merger video conference starts in 10 minutes.
Postpone it. Prepare the helicopter.
So you're Chloe's junk car father-in-law? What a perfect family. Sour rats surrounded by rotten mud. What an eye-opener.
You little brat, watch your mouth.
Miss Scarlett, because you're the Davis Anlair, I've been polite and patient. But that does not give you the right to trample my dignity and viciously insult my elders. Polite? Patient? Once I become lady of this estate, I am God. Then you, your useless husband, and these two half-dead old things will all be thrown out to beg in the streets.
Vance Group has dominated global business for years, not just with ruthless methods, but with rules. You're an outsider throwing your weight around here. Aren't you afraid of breaking Vance rules and dragging the Davis family into a grave?
I have power and status. I am the rules. That's the power of capital. Low-born trash like you will never understand it, not in this life or 10 more.
I never thought that old fox Davis raised such a bottomless idiot daughter. Tomorrow. We won't just end cooperation. We'll short their company's stock directly.
Last chance. Are you going to crawl out like dogs? Or should I call internal security to break your legs and drag you out?
How dare you!
This is the Vance estate. Touch one hair on us and see what happens.
So you want the hard way?
Security! Someone! Beat these lowborn pieces of track out of here! Throw them as far away as possible!
I'd like to see who dares touch anyone from my Vance family today.
Julian, are these half-dead old people under your protection?
They are my biological parents.
Your parents? Then they are... The old Chairman Vance?
You are the old Chairman and Mrs. Vance.
Chloe!
Oh my God. What happened to my precious daughter-in-law?
Hurry! Activate the roof tab helicopter immediately. Take her to the best private hospital in Beverly Hills.
We come as Yalen Cox. Scarlett, I'm notifying the Davis family right now. Starting today, Vance Group is cutting all cooperation with your Silicon Valley businesses and will short your stock across Wall Street.
No, please! My father will kill me!
Any family that raises a vicious, low-class daughter like you deserves bankruptcy. Get out!
It's over. It's all over.
How could she faint out of nowhere? She must be too thin and malnourished.
It's my fault. I insisted on this stupid pretending to be poor game and didn't take good care of her.
I failed to protect her. I thought putting her in the estate would be safest. I'm such a bastard. How is she talk?
Mr. Julian, please calm down. Mrs. Vance is not in any danger. Congratulations to the Vance family. Madam is pregnant.
Pregnant?
Yes, 4 weeks along. Madam's body was already weak, and she suffered malnutrition in her birth family. Today's emotional shock caused her to faint. With proper rest, she'll be fine.
I'm going to be a father. I'm going to be a father.
Chloe is pregnant, and you, her husband, didn't notice a thing. If anything had happened to my grandson today, I'd be the first to break your legs with my cane.
This is the first heir in the Vance family line, the future economic ruler of America. Nothing can go wrong. Starting today, the Bankrupt Act is over. You know what you need to do now.
I know. I'll tell her everything immediately. Whether she hits me, curses me, or even wants the entire group, I'll hand it over with both hands.
Julian, what happened to me? Why am I in such an expensive hospital? How much is this going to cost?
Don't worry about money, Chloe. There's our baby in your belly.
I'm pregnant?
From now on, focus on the baby. Even if the sky fall, I'll hold it up. Chloe, there's something else. I can't lie to you anymore. I have to tell you the truth.
What is it?
I'm not actually security. The abandoned garage was fake. My parents aren't a driver and a cleaner either. The truth is, I am the supreme head of Vance Group. The legendary richest man in America, Julian Vance.
Julian, you'll say anything ridiculous just to keep me from working and make me rest for the baby.
Chloe, I'm not joking. I really am that trillion-dollar president. From now on, you are the lady of the Vance family.
Julian, I know how badly you want to give me a good life, but if you were really that all-powerful billionaire, why would Mr. Kensington have dared let security surrounded you at the hotel? Why would Scarlett at the estate dare step on my hand right in front of you?
Fuck. I dug too many holes trying to cover the lie. Now that I'm telling the truth, she thinks I'm telling a bedtime fairy tale.
Julian, listen to me. We may not have a private jet or tens of billions in assets, but in that broken garage, I felt love for the first time in 20 years. A child and raised in love of and cheating fast food will be Evelyn times happier than a child in some lump bloody from Fuyu family.
Wait for me, Chloe. Fine. If words can't make you believe me, I'll use the grandest display in all of Los Angeles to place you on the throne.
Miss Scarlett, you went to the estate today, right? Did that bitch Chloe finally see the gap and crawl out of Los Angeles?
Mia! You damn bitch! You ruined me! Do you know her husband isn't some security guard at all?
Huh? If he's not security, then what is he?
My family's stock has completely collapsed. My father is throwing me out! You stupid bitch, go die on your own. Don't ever contact me again.
What kind of psycho meltdown was that? Chloe must have hooked up with some other executive in the estate. No, I need to check for myself what that bitch is really up to. Well, well. Why is my dear sister in the hospital? Guess a cheap life can't enjoy upper-class comfort for long before getting knocked back where it belongs. If your marriage were going well, you wouldn't be here like a rabid dog begging for attention. What a joke! I'm the young Mrs. Sterling, a rising Wall Street family. I live in a mansion and drive supercars. What could possibly be wrong? Really? I heard the little model Liam Keepside is already pregnant and made a scene at your villa door. The gossip tabloids in Los Angeles are all over it, and you're still lying to yourself.
Chloe, don't get smug. Liam is actively fighting for a top-level partnership with Vance Group. Once we get hundreds of billions in funding, no one can take the center seat in California society from me. I am destined to crush you under my feet forever.
Oh my God.
Did you see the big shot on the top floor?
You mean the mysterious President Vance? Even our director personally went to the parking lot to greet him. He's breathtakingly handsome. President Vance is in this hospital? God is helping me. If I can talk to here, the Sterling's family's crisis will be solved.
No matter all loaned Soldier's Vance, he's still a man, with what a looks. If I made him a Sirleaks, I will gently deal you an ins.
Mr. Vance, hello, I'm...
Why the hell are you, a lowly mechanic, coming out of there?
I get it. Your wife is hospitalized downstairs, and as a bottom-level guard dog of the Vance family, you're up here running errands for the director. Makes sense. Chloe married a loser like you, lives in a slum, eats street food. Now you probably paid her hospital bill with maxed-out credit cards. Where does she get the nerve to look down on me?
The tabloids about Liam's misdeeds are flooding Wall Street, and Miss Mia still has time to lecture my wife? I don't know if you're confident or simply ready to be thrown out.
You're a damn doorman. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? Spend enough time as a dog and you really think you're the master? Once I meet the real president and secure cooperation, I'll have him fire you first.
You will never get the chance to meet him.
What gives you the right to say that?
So noisy. Security.
You dare touch me? While the president isn't here, you're abusing your little power to settle personal scores? Aren't you afraid he'll find out and tear you apart?
On Vance territory, I honestly don't know how to spell fear. Take her away.
Just wait! This isn't over! I will make you and that bitch Chloe pay in blood!
Pass down my order. 3 days from now, book the entire Beverly Wilsta Hotel for Vance Group's Gala of the Century. I will introduce my wife to the world. The checkup results are back. You and the baby are both healthy. You can be discharged this afternoon. A few days after you're discharged, I want you to attend a very important gala with me.
Okay. If you want me there, I'll go with you.
Chloe, after that night, every pain you've suffered and every wrong you've endured will be repaid 1,000, 10,000 times over with the glory of an entire business empire.
Since when do you barge into the study without knocking? Did dogs eat your manners?
I was humiliated by that security guard at the hospital today. But that's not the point. I just got top secret Wall Street intel. President Vance is holding a gala of the century in 3 days. They say he'll announce something that will change the global order.
Really? Our company's cash chain is about to snap. If we didn't get close to him, the gala, that's our only chance to turn this around.
But For some reason, neither your Sterling family nor our Hughes family have received an invitation.
I get it. It must be that filthy guard, Julia. He's in charge of the president's security, so he must have withheld on our invitations for revenge over the hotel incident.
How bold. Once we meet the president at the gala, we'll report him and make sure he has nowhere left to stand. So what now? Without an anti-counterfeit chip invitation, we can't even get within kilometers of the Wilsai Hotel's perimeter.
I have a black market contact. We can buy 2 transferred inner circle invitations on the black market.
Are you insane? Those are top-level Vance family invitations. One is already selling for $2 million on the black market. Where are we supposed to get $4 million cash?
You have to spend money to make money. Mortgage the mansion to the bank. Once we get close to President Vance and secure a $100 billion partnership, we'll make that $4 million back in no time.
Fine. I'll contact the bank and the black market. At the gala, keep your lower half under control. Stop chasing those trashy side women. Otherwise, once I become the center of California society, I'll destroy you first.
Yeah, I know. Stop nagging. Baby, wait for me 3 nights from now. I'll take you for a ride.
Julian, we're just here for dinner. Do I really need to dress like this? This place looks so over the top.
Today, you are the center of the world. Of course it's necessary. I'm going over there to take a security dispatch call. Wait here. Don't wander off. Wow. Which billionaire family's daughter is that? That figure, that aura, unreal. Chloe?
This is Vance Group's gala of the century, in youting the world's top leanings. What right does a slum reject married to a guard have to be here? Dressed like that? Are you trying to seduce some rich old man again?
I'm just here with my husband.
Gala? Do you know the minimum cost here? Even selling your husband's kidney couldn't buy a glass of water. Tonight, President Vance is announcing something that will change the world. Trash like you showing up here pollutes the air.
But I'm curious. How did you get through all those security lines outside? Do you have an invitation? Show us.
I don't have an invitation. My husband brought me in.
No invitation? Did your husband use his job to sneak you in through some service entrance? Don't think wearing a knockoff gown from some street stad makes you a lady.
Oh, this fake fabric feels pretty smooth. Didn't expect that filthy mechanic to spend money renting a dress for you.
Don't touch me. I have things to do. I don't have time to waste on 2 flies.
Trying to run? You sneak into the Nate Tinding without education, inviting you to security. And today I'm going make me loosed every stricken lance. Let go, you lunatic!
Touch one hair on her head, and both your families can disappear from the earth tonight. You're a damn security guard. Stop acting like a mob boss. How dare you talk to me like that? You came to my gala and now you're threatening me. Don't you find your stupidity hilarious? Has working the door made you delusional? Even if you share the president's name, you're not worthy to lick mud off his shoes.
Chloe, look at the thing you married. Not only is he broke, he's severely delusional. If I were you, I'd smash my head into the red carpet.
Since neither of you has ever been qualified to meet the real president, why are you so sure I'm not him?
When you got married, you rode a broken motorcycle, lived in a leaking abandoned warehouse, and even your poor parents clean toilets and drive cars at the estate. We checked everything.
Exactly. Pretending to be the richest man? Let's see how you explain that mountain of lies. I don't need to explain anything to dead people. You only need to know this. Here, I call the shots. Now get out of my sight.
Open your damn eyes and look. This is a top 11 Yaochu fair we made for $4 million. We are VIP guests, but Vance D-Twins here in Yautig. You, the guard dog, dare kick us out?
Now your trash paper is gone. You may leave.
Fuck! I mortgaged the mansion for that. You low-born piece of trash. I'll kill you today!
Oh my God. Those are the heads of Morgan Goldman and Blackstone, 3 of Wall Street's top families. All 3 giants came together.
Good evening, President Vance.
You're really President Vance?
Being invited to the President's Gala of the Century is the highest honor the Morgan family has had in 100 years. Mr. Julian truly puts us old men to shame. Tonight, every top IRS in America has come out in full force to fall for President Vance.
Sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen. I'm already married. This is my wife, the only lady of the Vance family, Chloe.
Oh, I see. You two are a perfect match made by God. Congratulations, President. Congratulations, Madam.
You're really the owner of that estate? Then your parents?
I'm sorry, Chloe. I was so afraid of losing you that I begged them to act with me. You had deep trauma from the Zip and then Worldjid, and I was afraid that I kaiju Desef and you could huge me outright. Later, every day, I looked for a chance to tell you, but accidents kept getting in the way. This gala that has shoken the world was paced for you alone. I want to announce your identity to the whole world, and I hope you can forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you.
Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. Why, even after doing it all over again, did I still lose this badly?
When you provoke someone you shouldn't, you pay the price. Pass down my order. From tonight on, Vance Group will fully blacklist the Sterling family and the Hughes family. As long as I'm in Los Angeles, your 2 families will wish you were dead.
Come on, my queen. Let's begin our new era.
Oh my God. Look at my wonderful daughter-in-law. Dad, Mom.
Good girl. Good girl. Because of Julian's rotten idea, you suffered doing rough work at the estate. From today on, you never have to read anyone's face again because you are the one and only true lady of this financial empire.
Ladies and gentlemen, this blue diamond, named Heart of the Ocean, has been the mistress token of the Vance family for a full century. Today, with the whole world watching, I officially give it to the only daughter-in-law I recognize, Chloe Vance.
Only daughter-in-law I recognize. Chloe Vance.
She's nothing but a low-born farm girl who crawled out of the countryside and used her looks and tricks to win the president's trust. Even wearing the heart of the ocean can't hide the cheap stink and ignorance in her bones. Letting an uneducated woman like this become the Vance matriarch lowers the standard of our entire upper circle. President Vance, your taste is truly unique. However, the trillion-dollar cross-border restructuring between our families is extremely complex. Forgive my bluntness, but your wife doesn't seem to have even a finance degree from a top university. I'm afraid she may not even understand our most basic financial statements. Letting her participate in core family affairs seems rather childish, doesn't it?
Baron Victor, unless my memory is mistaken, your company's last quarterly report claimed a 30% profit on the surface. In reality, you used 4 Cayman Islands shell companies for fraudulent asset swaps, trying to hide a $3 billion cash flow hole inside your family. Tell me, is my math wrong?
You're talking nonsense. How could you possibly know such confidential Wall Street?
True business substance is never shown by stepping on others or flaunting degrees. I may not have attended an Ivy League business school, but I fought my way through the bottom of society. I've seen real blood and sweat, and I understand the brutal logic of capital markets better than masters who only know how to read PowerPoints.
Baron, it seems your company's terrible finances and foolish leadership no longer make you fit to be Vance Group's partner. Tomorrow at 8 a.m., I'll launch a poison ball strategy and begin a full hostile takeover of your company. Then I'll split and restructure it as the first educational toy for the baby in my wife's belly.
Stop right there! That's my original Picasso! That's my life! Get away from it! Ah!
Liam, you useless bastard! Didn't you say you could get investment and turn this around? Didn't you say you'd make me the queen of society? Now we're completely bankrupt! I have nothing!
This is all because of you, you jinx! If you hadn't insisted on provoking Chloe, you hadn't kept stirring shit up, how would I have offended President Vance? How would our family have been short into nothing overnight? Die!
You're a useless pig who only thinks with your lower half. And you blame me? You're the stupid one! Chloe, it's you. You stole everything that should have been mine. If I can't live, you won't live well either. I'll drag you and that bastard in your belly down to hell with me.
Why do you get to enjoy all this? If God won't leave me a way out, then let's die together.
Chloe! Go to hell!
Mia? Are you insane? Do you have any idea what you're doing? How the tables have turned, Mrs. President. Put the gun down! Tell your billionaire husband to prepare a fully fueled helicopter and $100 million in unmarked cash right now. Otherwise, I'll slit her throat and kill both mother and child.
Notify the highest level LAPPD tactical unit immediately. Lock down every street within 10 kilometers of the Foundation building. Not even a fly gets out. If my wife or child lose one hair, all of you die with them.
Back off! All of you, back off! If anyone shoots, I'll kill her!
Mia, calm down. Let go now, and there's still room to turn back. At most, you'll serve a prison sentence. But if you hurt me today, you know Julian's methods. He won't let you die easily. He'll lock you in some lightless place and make you live the rest of your life wishing you were dead.
Turn back? I'm already living worse than death. Why does a pig-feeding farm girl like you get a fortune worth hundreds of billions?
Why do I have to hide like a sewer rat and dig through trash for food? I won't accept it! I'm dragging you to hell with me!
Let her go. I'll come over. I'll be your hostage.
Stop! Stay right there! Don't come closer! Julian! Don't worry about me! She's insane! You're in danger! Go!
Mia, your Swiss bank account now has $100 million in it. The helicopter's on the rooftop, rotor's already running. Let her go and you can leave right now. But if one more drop of blood leaves her neck, I swear to God, I will personally crush every bone in your body, inch by inch.
It's over now, my love. I'm here. No one can ever hurt you again.
Mia, the judge sentenced me yesterday. Life in prison. No parole. The family owes hundreds of billions we'll never repay. Do you know what happens to us in prison? Those gangs that got paid will torture us to death. Someone almost strangled me last night.
If only back at the hospital that day I hadn't gone after them. If only I had recognized my own place sooner. If only I hadn't been so damn greedy.
Global richest man, Mr. Julian Vance, will host a magnificent, unprecedented wedding ceremony this weekend on the family's private island in the South Pacific for his beloved wife, Chloe, now 7 months pregnant. Sources report the wedding budget will exceed $1 billion.
Good morning, my little prince. Were you good today? Did you behave in Mommy's deli?
He's been very good. Julian, you've pushed hundreds of billions in global projects to those professional managers lately and stayed at the estate with me every day. Aren't you afraid those old Wall Street board fossils will complain?
No matter how much they complain, they can swallow it. To me, trading all of Wall Street for one good morning kiss from you and our child still wouldn't be worth it. Chloe, before I hid my identity, we never had a proper wedding. You suffered so much. Today, I want to propose to you again. Chloe, will you let me spend the rest of my life protecting you, loving you, and being your forever exclusive senior bodyguard?
I will, Julian, I will. It's so beautiful. This is the proudest, most glorious moment of the Vance family.
Brat, this is the only daughter I recognize. If you ever make her shed one tear, even if I have to use these old bones, I'll kick you off the president's seat and beat sense into you.
Dad, don't worry. I promise you'll never get that chance.
Mr. Julian Varden, do you take Miss Chloe to be your lawful wife? In poverty or wealth, in sickness or health, will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and protect her as you love yourself, remaining faithful to her for as long as you both shall live, until death parts you?
I do. I swear that even death itself will not separate our souls.
Ms. Chloe, do you take Mr. Julian Vance to be your lawful husband? In poverty or wealth?
I do. From the moment you rode that motorcycle through those broken streets and took me out of hell, I already did.
In this second life, I finally escaped my birth family and the might of fate. It turns out true rebirth doesn't come from cold money or cruel revenge. It comes from being firmly chosen and deeply loved by someone willing to give everything for you, someone who treats your life as his own. This is the best life I could have.